thank you to Mark Hurlbert and John Miner for those nomination speeches. It is with great respect and a very humbling attitude that I accept the nomination for District Attorney for the 5th Judicial District. As Mark said, it is a very difficult job. It is a challenge I am looking forward to. Supreme Court Justice Robert Jackson said many years ago, prosecuting attorney has more control over somebody's life, liberty, and reputation than anybody else in America. And I believe that statement to be true. And it is a burden to uphold the institution and the ideas behind what becomes a prosecutor. Now, I know we're going to have a lot of long 2 days ahead of us now. So, being that I'm unopposed, I know a lot of you have already heard me speak, so I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. But there are a couple of things I want to say. Now, there's been a couple changes in the race for district attorney in the past few weeks, and the other side is down to one opponent. The front runner, the one who could actually claim to have some type of experience for this job, dropped out of the race. That leaves me with one Democrat opponent. And there's one thing I want to say up front that I agree with him with. Because he's had on his website, he said for a while now, and I don't know if this is directed at me or the now gone Democratic opponent, that we need a prosecutor to enhance public safety. Somebody who just won't deliver a slogan or a soundbite, and somebody who can run the office effectively. I say to my opponent, I thank you for that endorsement. Because when you look at everything, my slogan, I guess you could say, if that's what he's referring to, is that I'm the clear choice based on my leadership and my experience. And why am I the clear choice? Well, if he wants to talk about enhancing public safety, look at the 9 years I've spent as a prosecuting attorney versus the not a single day that he has prosecuted a case. As Mark said, I've prosecuted the big cases, the homicides, the sexual assaults, the robberies. And he likes to talk about doing that too. Problem is, he's never done it as a prosecutor. Now, I've been a defense attorney too. I've been on the other side. So I know there's a difference. I know it's not as easy as he might want it to be. Because prosecution is not just a job. It has to be a belief. Something that you believe in and want to do. It's not a career builder. And like I said, it's not a job. This job needs somebody who works with law enforcement, like Sheriff John Miner. Not somebody who's been working against enforcement. Somebody who gets out in the community. I'm involved with, and I'll go down the counties, the Clear Creek County Victim Advocates, the Summit County Victim Advocates, the Summit County Violence Protection Team, the Summit County Domestic Violence Audit Team, the Lake County Advocates, the Eagle County Advocates, the Bright Future Foundation. I work with all of those people on a weekly basis to enhance safety of victims in our community. I don't spend my time attacking or ridiculing them. I have the leadership to command this job. I've been the president of the Clear Creek Victim Advocates. In Clear Creek, I took a defunct organization called Crime Stoppers, got it up and going again with other members of the community, and turned it over to a citizen board, where now we're paying out tips, and we got $6,000 in the bank, which is about $5,900 more than we had when I got started. I'm on the Colorado board of the Victim Information and Notification Every Day, which is an organization which allows victims to find out when their perpetrators get out of jail. I'm on the governing board of the Colorado District Attorney's Council. For the past 3 years, I've been working with district attorneys all over the state, both Democrat and Republican, to enhance criminal justice in this state. A couple of years ago in Lake County, in 2010, a tragedy occurred where a lady was murdered by a stalker. That murder exposed a flaw in the system. Once I found out that flaw, I developed a statute to help close that loophole So now stalking defendants will have to stay in jail before bonding out. Again, I've worked with Democrats and Republicans to help get that through a very divided legislature. And it's now awaiting the governor's signature. Probably one of the things I'm most proud of that I've done as a district attorney. Can I run an effective office? Well, as Mark said, we've got a budget of almost $3 million. I'm the only one with the experience involved with that. My opponent runs a one-man law office. We've got 35 employees. He supervises nobody. Yet he wants to come in and think he can run an office effectively. The scariest part is that he said if he's elected, he's going to run the district attorney's office based on the principles of the Democratic Party. What the heck does that mean? Because I've worked with and I've worked for district attorneys who are both Democrat and Republican, and I've never heard a single one of them say that. I promise to you that I will run the office based on sound financial principles and solid personnel policies. He said he wants to bring education to the young attorneys in the office as part of his job. It's a very admirable thing. But he has no experience doing that. I've been a college professor teaching topics such as business law, constitutional law, conflict and negotiation. I've taught law enforcement throughout our district on how to write reports and how to testify in court. When you talk about teaching attorneys, I've taught attorneys all across the state, including just a few weeks ago, on the areas of jury selection, ethics, opening and closing statements. I've got that experience. And Democratic principles be damned, I'm going to run this office based on the rule of law and the concept of justice. That is what I'm running for district attorney on. So I thank you for your nomination. I look forward to serving you and running this campaign with your help. There's information about me out on the table. I'm also going to need your financial help too. Being a public servant, I don't have the money that a private defense attorney has to put into this race. So I humbly ask for that help also. If I haven't met you yet today, please come up and introduce yourself. I would enjoy meeting with you and talking with you about any concerns you might have about the judicial system and the criminal justice system here in our jurisdiction. Well, I look forward to working with you over the next 7 months, and on the evening of November 6, 2012, I look forward to being your district attorney. Thank you very much.